morning, Miss Tiffany. Week 28. Adjacent angles is what I'm going to teach you today. And your homework is on. At the end of the period, I'm going to go over a question from your homework to help you better understand what to do with your homework assignment. On Friday, period 2 and 3 are going to have a quiz. Yeah, you see, yay. Now, Friday is a very special math day. Very special math day. Does anybody know what's special about this Friday, exactly this Friday?
It's Pi.
It's Pi Day? You know how it's Pi Month? No way.
Yes, Mel.
It's Pi Day.
It is Pi Day.
That's what I said.
Well, yeah, but you shouted
It's
it
the
out.
14th?
So, Friday is the 14th, March 14th. So, March is the third month, so 3/14. The answer on today's due now was 3.14, right? So, March 14th is known as Pi Day. Okay, so, yes.
You should bring us pizza.
No, you should. What did I hear? I heard Mel's going to bring us pizza. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Mel raised his hand and started talking about pizza, so therefore...
And Dr. Pepper. I also want to bring something. I'll bring the pies. I'll bring the pies.
Okay. It's getting better. Now he's bringing pie. I love it. No one pack a lunch. Mel's going to bring lunch. Beautiful. Not going to stop you. So your quiz, no better way to celebrate Pi Day, Tiffany,
Than a pie quiz.
than a quiz. Okay, we ready? Okay. So I'm going to go over what's on the quiz, hopefully on Wednesday. 3/10/24. Today is adjacent. Adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. As you write that down, I'll give you one more announcement. Tomorrow, Mr. Gonzalez is going to be teaching you a lesson.
Oh, that's why you didn't come on Friday.
No, he was here on Friday.
He was here on Friday.
No, but his supervisor wasn't here.
No, so he teaches one lesson. And tomorrow is his day where his teacher, hopefully this time around, does come. For Mr. Castro, the teacher did not come, so it was disappointing that she did not get to see the lesson that he prepared for you guys. Hopefully this time around, the teacher understands it's tomorrow. Hopefully he confirms with her, letting her know, reminding her that it's tomorrow. So tomorrow, Mr. Gonzalez is going to teach you a lesson. You guys have been really good at when other people are teaching you. Be very respectful. If there's something that you don't understand, make sure that you raise your hand and ask for clarification. Like if he says, draw a green line, and you're like, what? What do you mean? Raise your hand and let him know. Like, what do you mean? Oh, I want you to draw a green line. I don't know. That's a bad example, but if you're not understanding something, let him know. Just like you guys let me know.
Why'd you write 3/10/24? 3/25. You know what, Miss? After that, I see a 5 happening.
Yeah, you see it, right? It's like 5 has like a little feather. Little feather.
How about 24?
I love it. I mean, you're really just copying me. Okay. Does anybody know the word adjacent outside of math? What does the word adjacent mean outside of math? Just the word adjacent.
Just stop talking. Just stop talking.
All right. Here is the word, gentlemen, Oscar. Here is the word in a sentence. I am adjacent to Juliana.
A friend.
I am now adjacent to Kiara.
Distance, like how close you are to the person.
Oscar is adjacent to Tiffany.
It's how close. Next.
Next to. So, in the English language, the word adjacent means next to. We are adjacent to the little kids' playground. We're next to the little kids' playground, right? We are adjacent to Costa Mesa. Santa Ana is adjacent to Costa Mesa. They're the city next to us. So adjacent angles, very much like the English word for adjacent, next to, adjacent angles means angles that are next to each other. Okay? So adjacent angles are 1 next to each other. Adjacent angles are next to each other. Adjacent angles are next to each other. They share a line, and this line is called a ray in geometry. Okay, so they share a line. I'll go over what that means later. They share a line. They're next to each other. They share, like, kind of like you guys share a desk with someone, right? You guys share this table. And then the last thing is they share a vertex. Ooh, what is vertex? You guys have been doing 1,000 vertex. Okay, so a vertex. Anybody know what a vertex is? What part of the angle is a vertex? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Do you guys remember that, like, almost a month ago, we started drawing these angles in our paper?
Yes.
What was the very first thing I asked you to do?
Just draw the circle.
Draw the circle. Draw the dot. The little dot. Remember the dot and then the line? Draw it. That's the vertex. See this dot? The dot, what we called the dot, is actually called the vertex. So I'm going to draw that. Draw an angle with the dot. And I'm going to point to it. So this dot is called the vertex. That dot's called the vertex. It's a fancy word. In geometry in high school, you'll be calling it vertex. In 7th grade, we just call it the dot. So the vertex is just the dot. So in order to be adjacent, in order to the angles to be called adjacent angles, they have to be next to each other. They have to share a line, and they have to share a vertex. Okay? So literally, basically, angles that are next to each other. Okay, draw me a straight angle. Draw me a straight angle. In other words, draw me what?
A line.
A 180 degree.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
A 180 degrees. Yeah, straight line.
A straight line, a straight angle, 180 degrees. Okay, trick question. Make it supplementary. What do I need to add to make it supplementary?
A line up top. That's kind of simple.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think we already learned this.
Right. So we're adding to it. Did you already learn this? Yes. So here we go. I'm going to call this one angle A and this one angle B, and there's the vertex. See, I made a big dot to make sure you understand where the vertex is. Are these two angles adjacent?
Yes. No.
So let's go down the list. Are they next to each other?
Yes.
Yes. Do they share a line?
Yes.
Do they share a vertex?
Yes.
So, the share a vertex, do they share the dot? Yes. Now the line part, let me use my highlighter to show you. So I'm going to highlight angle A. You see that's angle A, right?
Yeah.
See how I highlighted angle A? Now I'm going to use an orange to highlight B. And I want to see, do I overlap on the colors? Do I use the same line to create B? Do I overlap my colors? Here's B. Do they share a line? Did I overlap my colors? Yes. So Juliana, we see up here by the fact that I highlighted which lines do they, let me number this. Line 1, line 2, line 3. Which line did they share? Line 1, 2, or 3?
Oh, 2.
2. So this is the line that they shared. When I highlighted it, it went over it, right? So that's what I mean that they share a ray. This is a ray, basically a line, okay? So that's what we call adjacent angles. Okay, draw me another 180 degrees.
How much?
180. But Miss O'Malley, I don't have a protractor. Do you need one?
No.
Not for 180. Okay, let's do it. Now let's see. Here's my dot in the middle. 1, 2. Ooh. How many angles did I just create?
4.
Show me. 3.
3.
Yes.
So let's name it A, B, C, D, E. C, D, E. Okay.
That's not adjacent.
So we have to name the adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. And guess how many? Okay, there are 2 adjacent angles in this one problem. 2 adjacent angles. Who can name one pair of adjacent angles? Mel?
D. Because they're the line for the D is
So a pair. So you have to name 2 angles that are adjacent. So D with what?
D and C.
D and C. I agree. So we're going to write it down like this. Angle C and angle D are adjacent. Why? Because they're next to each other and they share a vertex. If I were to color in B and I colored in D, did my highlighter go over the same line?
Yep.
Yeah, right there. This line's colored in both. Okay, so Mel told me these 2. They're next to each other and they share this dot. What is another adjacent angle? Yes.
Angle D and E.
Yep. Angle D and angle E are adjacent. They're next to each other and they share a vertex. Now, question, what is not adjacent? Angle C and angle E. So not adjacent would be C and D. Why? What do they not share?
A line.
Yep. So let me show you that. So here is E. E, I highlighted it in yellow. Okay? Now I'm going to highlight C in blue. Here's angle C. Did the blue and the yellow overlap? No. The only time they touched was at the vertex. So they share a vertex, but they don't share a line. You see, with if I do D in green, and then in yellow I do E, do you see how the yellow covered up the green? So that means that they share that line. Okay? This is the math involved. There's no, like, in my opinion, like, math. You're not adding, you're not subtracting, you're not dividing, you're not negative numbers. No. The math is, can you see them? That's it. Can you point them out? Okay? All right. Okay, any questions on this level 1? All right, level 20. I can't make this harder. Or can I? All right. Draw me 181 degrees.
What level are we on this?
Level 2. All right. Yeah, we're good with that? Okay, now here comes the tricky part. Can you guys do that?
Yeah.
It's intersecting. Very good.
Technically, now you have 4.
How many angles do I have now?
4.
Does anybody know if I add all these angles up what it equals?
360.
360. 180 would be that. But how much is a full circle?
No, because 180 plus
360.
180 is 360, which makes a full circle.
Yeah, if you guys are into tricks on the skateboards, all those numbers that you guys shout out, those are angles. Oh, he just did a 360. He just did a 540 or a 180 or a 90. All of those tricks are actually angles. You've been doing math your whole life and you didn't even know it.
Is that a 6 or a J?
G.
360. Man, I'm so smart.
Oscar,
So smart.
thank
Here you thought you were just playing with little boards or the real board. All right. Now, your job right now is to name all the adjacent angles. There are 4 pairs. There are 4 pairs of angles that are next to each other. They share a vertex.
And we also do the ones that are not?
No. Name 4. Which 4 are next to each other? You star yourself. You do you. So which ones are next to each other? Next to each other. And there's 2 more. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You need 4 more? Alright, here we go. You ready? Okay. Lupita, can you name one, please? F and G. So those 2. You see they're right next to each other, right? So F and G. So check your work. Make sure you have those 2. Julio, can you name another pair?
H and I.
H and I. So the bottom 2 right there. Those are next to each other. Okay, right there. Check your work. Check your work. All right. Dylan, can you name a pair?
F and I.
F and I. Oh, so he went these 2, right? So those 2 are next to each other. So F and angle I. So they share this line right here. Good. And the last one. Who can tell me the last one that hasn't been said?
No,
All right, Dalero, what is it?
G and H.
G and H. Did you guys get them all?
yes.
Okay. So these are the ones that are. Okay, I didn't tell you to write them down, but what are not?
I was just.
What are your knots?
H and F.
H,
I and G.
H with what?
And F.
F. Do you see how the yellows don't overlap? So they're not. And then you guys said
I and H.
I and G
Oh, yeah.
don't.
I.
Do they share a vertex? Yes. But do you see how they don't overlap? The colors don't overlap. That's what you're looking for. Do they overlap? The yellows don't touch each other other than the vertex. Okay. So we're going to practice a little bit of this. Okay? Practice a little. we're gonna hop through it. Do you wanna hop through it? Okay, let me turn it on. All right.
To give it to you?
Front side. Front side.
Said to give it to you, Oscar? Said to give it to you?
What?
Set timer for 3 minutes. All right, in 3 minutes we'll go glue. Okay, so Juliana, yes, exactly what you said. We're gonna write yes or no on the front side. So the holes are on the left. That would be your front side. This is your front side. It says A and B. So the directions say, state whether the indicated angle pairs are adjacent or not. So you're going to write yes or no. Are they next to each other? Do they share a vertex? Yes or no. Do they share a line? Yep, so number 1.
Yes.
Are they next to each other? Do they share a line? Yes. This is a line that they share right there. So this would be a yes. They share that line.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Also with the back? Yes.
Back is identifying like we did in our notebook. Angle what and what.
So you put angle A and angle 2?
Hey, what are you doing? Are you copying my answer?
We shouldn't be copying this. It's too easy to copy.
I know.
Okay, are we done with the front side?
No.
All right, 5 more seconds. Okay, before we move on to the back side. All right, let's do this. Andy, number 2, yes or no? Okay, Andy, here's my pink angle. Here's my orange angle. Did the orange and the pink overlap? Did the colors overlap? No. So our answer would be no.
No.
Natalie, number 3, yes or no?
No.
Good. Mel, number 4, yes or no?
Number 4? Yes.
Yes. This is the line that they share. All right, Lupita, number 5, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. This is the line that they share. All right, number 6, Julio. What's number 6, yes or no? No. Nope. Very good. Kiara, number 7. Yes or no? Yes. So here's my pink. And here's my orange. Did my pink and my orange overlap? Nope. They're separate. All right. Dylan, number 8, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. This is the line that they share. That's the line that they share. Okay? Okay, now the back. You're going to identify the 2 pairs of adjacent angles. Each one has 2. So number 1, who can tell me which 2 angles are adjacent for number 1?
1 and 2.
So I'm going to write angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent. But there's another one. There's another set.
2 and 3. Oh, sorry.
All right, 2 and 3. So you're going to write 2 and the angle 3. Those 2 are adjacent and the next set is adjacent. All right, let's give that a shot.
I'm supposed to